23 minutes after the hour, and boy, does it smell good here in Studio B.
Yeah, that's the perfect musical entree for Italian cooking and a great Italian singer like Jerry Vale. We've got talking about the dish. Brett Cavalli here from Carrabbas. He's been back with us before, and we just love when he comes because he always brings great food. But he's talking
lets
about
us taste it.
Yeah, but he's talking about things that are important this time of year. You know, comfort food for the winter time and new dishes they've got at Carrabbas. So, Brett, welcome and thanks again for sharing your expertise with us. It looks lovely.
Well, thank you.
And it smells even better.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me. I brought a couple dishes with us. We're actually running as our fall specials, and it's comfort food, which fits well with
When
Italian.
it's cold outside, you do want something warm
It
and
is, with chicken
nourishing.
soup. And we've got a beef brizzato. We've got a gnocchi pavarella. And that's the first dish I wanted to talk about. It's called gnocchi pavarella, and it's a potato dumpling. And then the pavarella is the sauce that we use.
What's in the sauce?
The sauce, we've got artichoke hearts, roasted red peppers, Kalamata olives. We've got fennel sausage, which, in fact, Johnny's father has a secret recipe. And it's carried over 4 generations, and he walks down to the meatpacking company every Monday morning, and they produce, the meat for the week for the entire company, for all the Carrabbas, and then they get it produced, and then he walks away with the recipe, and then that's it. It's a secret recipe. So hopefully he doesn't pass away anytime soon.
Yeah, because
we'll be in trouble.
Got to have it written down somewhere in a vault somewhere.
Yeah.
Better hope so anyway.
So it's a fantastic dish, but you want to try it out? Throw a little chopped Italian parsley on top of there.
Now, how difficult is that to make? I mean, we go to Carrabbas, so we don't have to do it. But if somebody at home wanted to take that on to himself or herself, it looks awfully involved.
Well, we'll spend probably 2 to 3 hours prepping the sauce on a daily basis. I mean, we sell a lot of it. It's a fantastic dish. It really is.
Well, that's great.
I gotta have another bite. So, when is the winter comfort food menu available?
It actually is available now. We started at the beginning of the month. Beginning of October, and it's just a fantastic set of dishes that we have.
Are these also priced specially? Because a lot of restaurants are running specials right now. They're trying to get people back into the door. Let's face it. I don't know if Carrabbas has been affected by the downturn in the economy, but some restaurant chains are. So they've got specials to try and get people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we price these so that they're at a value. We want families to be able to afford it, and go out and have a great time on a regular basis. And we don't believe in discounting our product. We've always been exactly, given a great quality value for the right price.
Well, you do get a lot of food for the value. It is good to eat at Carrabbas. Yeah.
It is. It's fantastic. It's great for the whole family.
Yeah.
Children's menu. We also have a gluten-free menu that we offer for people who have celiac disease. And it's a full menu. And so it's a great offering.
Now that looks like from a distance, meatloaf or something like a meatloaf.
No, actually, it's a beef brizzato. It's
really?
a slow-roasted rib. And we actually take about 4 hours to slow roast at 160 degrees. And it's so tender you can cut it with a fork. And we serve it over a bed of risotto, which is Italian rice. And that's just cooked with a little butter, salt, and pepper. And then we have it served also with, we call it the broccoli gratinata. And that's Italian breadcrumbs with Romano cheese, and then a bechamel sauce.
That's what looks really good to me. I love broccoli.
Excellent. Well, you want to try it out?
Sure. Now you're sprinkling some, is that parsley?
Yeah, it's hand-chopped Italian parsley, which, in all of our restaurants, everything is fresh hand-chopped herbs, sauces, reductions made from scratch.
Now, how did you get involved in the food business? I mean, were you always somebody who wanted to cook? Were you somebody who certainly liked food, although you don't look like you've eaten a meal in a long time? You're a little guy.
Well, many years ago, I became a flambé chef and a maitre d' at a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant, and I just moved through, several different types of restaurants and just kind of learned the business from the bottom up.
She went for the green stuff. I'm a card-carrying carnivore.
How's that broccoli?
I'm going right for
the broccoli is delicious. I probably shouldn't have taken such a large bite when I'm trying to talk on radio and television, but the sauce is amazing.
It is.
And now, is that hard to make?
Yeah, actually, while we slow roast it at 160 degrees for 3 to 4 hours, depending on the size, we take the stock from it and the base, and then we add vegetables, celery, carrots, garlic, onions, and then add a little bit of flour and then build a base for it.
I'm going to try the risotto. Did you try the risotto with your beef?
I know you're not a beef eater, so I won't ask you to eat the beef.
You can have the whole beef.
But it's wonderful. My mother-in-law makes a pot roast that's almost like that. It's so tender because it cooks all day long. That you could cut it with a fork, and that literally is so tender you can cut it with a fork.
Yeah, this recipe actually generates back from 4 generations ago.
And the risotto's delicious too. It's light and fluffy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not like a typical rice.
See, I like places, and this is going to sound like a commercial for Carrabbas. It's not intended to be, although I'm sure you're happy if it sounds that way. But I like restaurants that change their menus. I think there are seasonal dishes. I think there are certain times of the year when some foods just kind of fit the season. Some foods fit right. And it's nice to go in and be a little surprised. Oh wow, they've got this on the menu now, or I didn't know they had that. So
No, absolutely.
Is that something you guys do at Carrabbas?
During the summer, we run a light fare. During the wintertime, we also we run a comfort food, and especially our chicken soup, and that's probably the best chicken soup you'll ever have in your entire life.
That sounds good.
It's amazing.
What makes it special?
Well, we actually take the whole chickens and we boil them with the vegetables, and then
take the feathers off, though,
to
right?
make the steak. Oh, of course, of course. And then we pull the chicken out, and then we pull the take the chicken off the bones, and that gives us the nice base for it.
Yeah. What's your favorite dish? Is it the chicken soup on this seasonal menu?
Bedino de mare is probably my favorite.
Well, tell us about that.
It's
That
shrimp
sounds
and
good.
scallops. It's breaded with Italian breadcrumbs, and we cook it on the hickory pecan grill with it's a smoke grill with wood, and then we put a lemon butter reduction over the top of it. The scallops are so tender they just melt in your mouth.
That
Now,
sounds good.
that beef brasado, is that done over open flame, like a grill, or
No, actually, it's just slow roasted in an oven.
in an oven? Okay.
Yep, something you can prepare at home.
Now, for people who are listening, because we do have folks up in Canada and across the United States, and if they don't have a Carrabbas nearby, I understand you can do online ordering now?
Absolutely,
How
yeah.
does that work?
Well, online ordering, you just you log on to the website and you can find the locations that are actually running the online ordering, and I think it's pretty much nationwide, 36 states. And you just place your order online, and they ask for how you want your salad, how do you want your soups, any special requests or anything like that, and it goes through our system, and then we'll have it prepared for you. You show up in about 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll have somebody come out to your car and greet you and collect the money and bring your order out to you.
So that would be good for folks maybe who have little children and don't want to sit in a restaurant.
Or animals.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
No, I had a dear friend when I moved back to Rhode Island from Texas. He literally air freighted me some beef brisket. It was all packed in dry ice. Would Carrabbas do something like that? If you had a friend in Saskatchewan, there's not a Carrabbas near him, but he heard about the dishes and wanted to get it. Could he go online to the nearest Carrabbas? Would they air freight it to him?
Well, call my store and we'll take care of the perimeter.
Well, and we showed the website, but let's give it to the folks on radio. It's Carrabbas with 2 R's and 2 B's, Carrabbas.com.
Now, do you have a favorite? I'm sure you dine at Carrabbas. Why not? It's your restaurant. But I mean, do you have a favorite when you want to sit down to eat and say, okay, this is my favorite lunch meal?
My favorite lunch meat, filet.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. We use a center cut filet, and it is so tender. You can cut it with a fork.
Now, the restaurant business is so competitive now. I understand that just parenthetically because I eat at a lot of different places. But, how do you stay ahead of the game? I mean, a lot of restaurants, they're in competition. For Italian restaurants particularly, it seems like there's a lot of Italian restaurant chains around here. What do you do to stay ahead of the competition? What do you do to keep your menu fresh? What do you do to keep customers coming back?
Well, we have a corporate executive chef and an entire team that actually they focus on what the customers need and what they want. We do a survey program when you visit a Carrabbas, and it prints out a receipt and you fill out a survey, and we take that information and we really look at it hard to try to understand what it is the customer wants. That's what we're in the business for, is to take care of our customers.
Well, tell us about this other dish you've got over here.
This is called the Carrabbas Classic. It's on our seasonal menu. We have a chicken parmesan, which is really easy. We bread it with Italian breadcrumbs, and then we put it in a salamander with some pomodoro sauce on top and melt the mozzarella cheese. And then we also have our lasagna, which is made from scratch, like everything else that we do. And it's 5 layers, and it has our bolognese sauce, which is a meat sauce, and pomodoro sauce, and it has ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and Romano cheese.
And it comes with the broccoli, too.
Yep, with the broccoli.
That's a lot of food for one
It really
entree.
is, but
Yeah.
we decided we cut the portions down just a little bit so you can have a lot of a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Is that
for